It's week 5 of the...
The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in week 5 on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. On play action, Rodgers. And his first pass is incomplete.
So this matchup, the second of 3 games in London this year. Vikings and Saints were here last week, and then the Broncos and Jags, they'll be at Wembley at the end of the month. Plus this year, remember, a 4th European game, our first one ever in Munich, Germany. That'll be the Bucs and the Seahawks November 13th.
Dances by him, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well.
Aaron Jones, not one of the bigger backs in the league, 5'9", 208, but he's definitely what you call a downhill runner, and he's able to shed the tacklers there for good yardage.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, this could be a sign of what this defense is in for because, all week long the coaches were preaching to the defense, you've got to be able to wrap up against a back like him or he can make you pay. Technique, technique, technique.
From the 45 on second down, Rodgers, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
He'll drop this underneath for Jones.
And he lost the football. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll start out on the ground in Saquon Barkley. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 22 carries, 119 yards, and the score.
Just an excellent performance from them on the ground last week, and that speaks to an offense that is operating at a high level on all fronts. Of course, that man running the ball, he's just seeing the field so well. But don't forget about his offensive line. They've really asserted their will out there and are confident they can repeat it again this week.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The throw for Tony is intercepted.
Adrian Amos with a pick. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this out to the 25.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive.
Jones, another shot here after the pick 6.
Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Well, maybe that'll help him settle back into a groove after the interception on the first drive here, picking up the first to start drive number 2.
And it is just starting over, isn't it? Sometimes it's just how you have to do it. You have to erase things from your mind. Don't worry about what happened before, because over the course of the game, the good players, things turn out pretty well for them, and that's what he's trying to do here. These guys off the edge are already tough to contain when they're protecting a stationary target. Ask them to hold their blocks when a runner is struggling to find a lane, often an impossible task. Regardless of the outcome on the scoreboard.
Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Quay Walker brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career.
And that's the first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants. Looking for Shepard deep. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And it'll be Packer football here. First down at 10. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. The throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Giants, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield, but all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers. This one swung out here to Jones. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. What a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain. And he's going to get this inside the 30. His first catch, good for 14 there and a 1st down. All right, let's just go and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass. A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Rodgers to throw once more. Over the middle, complete. It's Watkins. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 11 yards for number 11. Rodgers now on 1st down. That is caught by Cobb. And it's a Packer touchdown. Randall Cobb. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers go up by 2 touchdowns. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. From the 6. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Called it the 26. The New York set to take the field. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. They begin with a run by Barkley. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the 1st quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
second down. Here's Barkley. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
Going right side, he finds Slayton. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Jones. And this one is incomplete. The Giants had 2-2 through the first 4 weeks of the season. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he's got this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 38. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd down, Corbin. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. A first down carry for Barkley. And a short gain down to about the 33. Credit him with a 1 yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. Really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. This one tough. They need 9 yards on 3rd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. And that's incomplete.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit after they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route.
And he's going to have the Packers' first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body.
Picked by Julian Love. And the Giants are going to have it here at their own 15.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley.
And he'll be tackled at about the 35.
43 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Jones throw caught by Tony.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
Sometimes luck is all you need. That was not even the intended receiver on that play.
Well, Johnny on the spot, though.
Yeah, and it turned into a big play for those guys on offense. They'll take it each and every time.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 18 there, and the Giants have a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. On first down, Corbin. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double-team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing Jones. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Green Bay returning on offense, led by running back Aaron Jones.
Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started. At the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season. And, of course, it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and, boy, they get downfield and create extra blocks for them.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers.
And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Giants are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. That'll be caught. It's Tony.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Nifty running by Barkley there on 1st down. He scoots forward for 7 yards, sets him up nicely, 2nd and 3. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. He and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back in the 32.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front seven defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that will bring up 2nd down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Rodgers now to throw. This is Lazard with a catch out left. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw is Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Watkins. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Again, it's Rodgers. And one more time, that's Watkins. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Give him 32 on the play. Now Rodgers. That is caught by Cobb. And it's a Packer touchdown. Randall Cobb. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Packers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And the lead is up to 15 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat, make sure he touches it a few times, but as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up?
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw. Jones.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Now yet another incompletion here. set on third. On is Jamie Gillen to punt this one away. On the return is Pettis. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Green Bay returning on offense, led by running back Aaron Jones. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll go again to Jones. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Coming up in prime time here in Week 5, a couple of division rivalries on the docket. Beginning tonight in the AFC North with the Bengals and Ravens from Baltimore at 8:20 Eastern. Then tomorrow, Monday Night Football, Raiders and Chiefs from Arrowhead in the AFC West.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Catch made by Slayton. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
Jones is going to put it in the hands of Barkley on the option.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
75 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. It's Barkley on the counter. And oh, he coughed it up. And the Packers pick it up. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
5 yards remain on 2nd down.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he'll just get rid of it.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
Rodgers going to throw. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw complete here on target to Tunyon.
And out of bounds right around the 20. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Rodgers again now.
He'll find Lazard here over the middle. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
They'll run it with Jones. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. The great move couldn't free him. Taken down at the 10. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves and start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And the 2nd effort gets him in. Touchdown, Packers.
Aaron Jones, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off.
Takes it at the 7. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more.
Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked off by Quay Walker.
And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. Oh, he's got a little damp. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Packers.
Aaron Jones
with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Piñeiro's good.
And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as these guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
And New York set to take the field.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get...
And now off to the races down the right side. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see it back. Just going to have a grin on his face every time his number is called. Because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays. Nothing but big-time positive runs.
Taking the sideline grin as well. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. Well, he gave one defender the slip, but others waiting in the wings and dropping him behind the line.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On the delay, Jones. Nifty move. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
121 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Again, it's Jones.
And taken down just shy of the 40.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. Here's Riley Dixon now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Here's Jackson to return. It'll be a net of 39. 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10.
Let's do our thing. Let's do our thing. That's right, baby.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in this.
He's got a man complete. And he will take it all in for a Giant touchdown. Darius Slayton, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. Now, he's tough to contain as it is, but in man coverage with a pretty deep pass downfield, really tough to contain.
And it's so difficult because every play you've got to consider he might try and run past you. So your goal as a defensive back is to give him plenty of cushion, meaning lots of space between you and him. If he wants to catch the short stuff, come up and secure the tackle, hit him a bunch during the game, and try and keep him in front. If you turn your head for a second, if your concentration wanes, he just takes off and goes.
Welcome back now here in London, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter.
Dante Pettis now from his end zone. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Rodgers throw into the hands of Cobb.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
The Packers on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Ball in a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now, if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind, trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. Room here to run. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
Wow, 185 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Now they'll throw with Taylor. That ball caught by Slayton. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Taylor's throw pulled in by Robinson here.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Not the 1st and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
3rd and goal, and keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory.
Here's Taylor.
Little out route here, complete to Shepard.
And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down.
Holding offense.
Down in this one, they needed that score, but they'll have to hold at least for the time being.
You're exactly right. Points that they had to have. As you said, they have to regroup now and see if they can get them another way.
The holding penalty, that puts them in an unenviable spot here as they try again on 3rd and goal.
50 Vikings, 50 Vikings.
Here's Taylor to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
Here we go. It's Taylor on 4th down. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Packers D comes up with a big stop. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Rodgers now on 1st down. That's complete right side to Lazard. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Rodgers. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Cobb. Rodgers to Cobb. Good for a Green Bay first.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd down, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. He was brought down there by Julian Love.
Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on 1st down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. They'll try the right side with Jones. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter. Looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out. We've got them now.
And for one of the few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Here's Rodgers to throw. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And he's going to have the Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. An inside give to Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory.
Charles, for this losing side, their heads are hanging as